All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Excuse me. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth sincerity. All right, real quick, we have a lot of things to discuss, if you will. Two of those things are in the title. U.S. withdraws, and I believe the U.K. as well, but U.S. withdraws personnel from the Middle East. And what else did I title it? I think I titled it something with Iran. But yeah, it's up right now, and and it's many things happening right now. This is one of the few things that's trending at this exact moment. But even at this exact moment as well, you have a bunch of other things taking place. All right, you got Russia. Russia, I believe Russia I think Putin gave in an order to shoot any aircraft from the west over there in that region. I think they said China just flew some shit over some area that's heavily occupied or monitored by the U.S., South Korea, and Japan. You got a lot of things still happening with the digital ID, with the MOTB coming out. All right, it's so many things happening right now as far as prophecy goes that it's imminent that this is about to go down. All right, and you have Trump, you have the U.S. talking about at least by the end of this month or within the next 24 hours, they've said that they're going to go in there and attack Iran. You got Iran talking their shit too. So these are the exact things that YAHAWASHI said was going to happen before his return. These are the prophecies. And there's nothing else that explains what's happening, where it's happening, except for the Bible. And there's no way around on that now. You can't deny it. Only thing now is you can do is just shut the fuck up. But people in their pride, they still not gonna take heed to what's going on until the very, very, very end. But by then it's gonna be too late. That's why the Lord said, "What? Seek ye in the days that I use. Seek him while he still can be found." You gonna have a lot of our people, Israelites, descendants of Jacob, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and people of the descent of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're gonna have these people towards the very end going to start talking about trying to repent or trying to seek the Lord. But the Lord said, no, the time is now. But who's going to do it now? The elect. And now, everybody sees these things happening now. Even if you don't even believe in the truth or whatnot. Even if you're not in the truth, these are current events right now. This is present day history being made. You got Iran and America talking about going head to head. You got Russia and America talking about going head to head, or Russia going head to head with the U.S. and NATO. You got America talking about taking Greenland by military force, and you have Denmark, NATO, and other European countries saying that we won't have that. That's Revelation 17th chapter. The beast shall hit the whore. EU, NATO against America. You still got the whole thing with Russia, Ukraine. The whole thing with China, Taiwan. That's going to spark off. You got civil unrest happening right here in America. You got the whole thing that happened with the ICE agent shooting that lady. And was that Minnesota? You still got ICE yoking up Jake. So what? These are uproars of the people. Sedition among men. Satan's house divided. Satan's house divided. You got Edomites within the political realm speaking against Trump and his administration and what they're doing. But enough of the rant. Let me get into this article. So this is from USA Today, and it says, Americans urged to leave Iran as U.S. withdraws personnel from Qatar base. It says the Trump administration is urging U.S. citizens to leave Iran immediately as the president escalates his threats to use military action against the Middle Eastern nation amid a violent government crackdown on demonstrators. Now, I believe the whole thing for this is they're talking about Trump is talking about if he starts Iranian government, if you will, start executing protesters. And I believe they have this one guy that's said to be executed. And they said, and I've seen something that said that Iran is talking about doing quick quick judgments and executions. So this it's gonna be what? And this is a defiant straight to Trump. Because Trump, you got Trump, America, talk about they're gonna intervene if they do such and such to the protesters. Well, they're doing it. And now America made the threat, Trump made the threat. So now we're gonna see if they carry it out. So it said the U.S. military is also withdrawing some personnel from its largest Middle East air base in Qatar on January 14th, which is today, according to multiple media reports. Several human rights and conflict monitoring groups are estimating the death toll will be in the thousands as the country erupts into the most expansive anti-government protests in years. Iranians took to the streets in late December, so this is just now happening. This has been going on just for a little bit over a month. Well, a little under a month, I should say. Because we're still in mid-January, so Iranians took to the streets in late December over an economic downturn accelerated by the collapse of the national currency. Now what's going on? That's the same thing happened in America. So that goes to show, it says what? What did Tupac say? They got money for war but can't feed the poor. Here it is, all these countries, Iran and America included, Russia is going through economic turmoil as well. Because what? All their money is going into their war chest. All the money, a lot of money that America's been spending, China's been spending, all these countries has been spending is towards war. Because the Lord said, what? Now's the time for war. These America as a kingdom, these other nations and what they got going on their land, it's all about to be destroyed. Now, the actual land of America is going to be destroyed, but all of this, the way life is now for these heathens, it's about to change too and be destroyed. Because now we're preparing for we're all in loop preparing for the day of the Lord, whether it be knowingly or non-knowingly. Because these other nations, they don't know. They don't know that they're preparing for the day of the Lord. They don't know that they're preparing to fight YAHAWASHI. They don't know that they're fulfilling prophecy, but they are, and they will continue to fulfill prophecy because that's what this is all about, prophecy. It said the protests now entering their third week. So it's only been 3 weeks. This only been 3 weeks. It says have ballooned into a nationwide upheaval as thousands of Iranians express grievances beyond the economic crisis, including pushback against social and cultural restrictions of the Islamic Republic's clerical rule. On January 13th, the United States urged American citizens to leave the country. The virtual U.S. embassy in Tehran advised in a notice for people to depart from Iran by land to Turkey or Armenia. The United States has not had an embassy in Iran since the 1979 revolution, when a group of Iranian students seized the building and held more than 50 Americans hostage for 444 days. So, it said 79? So that means there's always been tense with America and Iran. It's always been tense with small hats in Iran. And now we're coming to the pressure cooker. Now we're coming to the time where these tensions are about to explode and they're going to start into fighting, man. Because the Lord said, what? You should hear wars and rumors of wars. So those rumors of wars are going to also turn into more wars. Because you already have war. You already have things taking place. You already had America and the small hats attack Iran. You already got Russia and Ukraine fighting. You already got skirmishes happening throughout the earth. World War III is here. It's just not at the pinnacle of what it's going to be, and as a whole totality of mass destruction. Okay, so here we go. So here where it gets good. It says at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, officials told Reuters the withdrawal is a precautionary measure due to rising regional tensions, that any further developments would be announced through official channels. Iran targeted the airbase with a missile attack in June 2025 in response to U.S. airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities, days earlier in connection with the 12-day Israel-Iran conflict. Over the weekend, Iran warned it could strike Israel or U.S. bases in the Middle East if the United States attacks. And the United States is talking about attacking them. And they're saying that this is imminent. They're saying that for America to intervene or whatever military action against Iran is imminent. And they said by the end of this month or within the next 24 hours. Hell, we hope it's the next 24 hours. Fuck. You know, but it's all the will of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Not Allah. Not Buddha. Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the one true living God. He set this up. He declared this from the beginning. And now what? The end is speaking, because why? We're at the end. It said the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency said it has verified the deaths of more than 2,400 protesters as of early January 14th and over 18,000 arrests. A massacre is unfolding in the country since the internet and communications shut down. Adi Gahimi, executive director of the Center for Human Rights in Iran, told USA Today on January 12th, it's a war unfolding on protesters. There you go. So here we go. What did the Lord, hold up. Didn't the Lord say, or get a quick precept. Oh, I'm still in. I'm still in second Esdras, the 9th chapter. So this is the book of second Esdras, second Esdras chapter 9. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, measure the time diligently. Look at what's happening. Measure the time diligently. Observe. See how this ties to certain prophecies. We are in the last days. So these are the last day prophecies coming to pass. Yeah, they're gonna go to war. The nukes are coming, but we still have what? We still got the MOTB that got to get out the way first. And that's the most important thing that we're waiting for. Because all this wars and rumors of wars, this is going to continue to escalate and escalate until, the final show. But the one thing we truly need, we need the MOTB, because that's the hour of temptation. And then they're gonna comfort brothers too. Brothers gotta keep brothers and some sisters. Brothers gotta keep in mind that eventually they're gonna comfort brothers like me. They're gonna comfort brothers. They're gonna comfort the prophets. They're gonna come for the men of the Lord, just like they did before. This is nothing new under the sun. And Esau did this before. These other nations, they did it before. They came for the prophets. The prophets were not well-liked men. They weren't high in these societies, man. How could they be if they were always prophesying that the kingdom that we're in was about to be destroyed? So this is 2 Esdras chapter 9, verse 2, and it reads, it says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what we're seeing right now. The Most High, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is visiting the world, earth, which he have made. These things that are taking place are nothing short of prophecy. And that's what people don't understand. People think like, oh, y'all niggas have been talking this, all this, but now what's happening? So what do you have to say now? And time has been going by fast. You got brothers that have been prophesying for almost 20 years. You got the apostles. Apostle Tahar been prophesying since 40 years. 41 years. The truth has been out for a nice little while now. And it's not going away. It's not going away. This is here to stay until America's completely out of here. Until Yahawashi is back on the earth. That's what we're waiting for. And so all these things taking place are leading to that day, the day of Yahawashi's return, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Yes. Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus Christ. His second coming is coming. That's not a joke. It's not a figment of anybody's imagination. And the events taking place are written in the book, saying that it's pointing to the day of what? His return. Which proves that what? This is the truth. So call on Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It's gonna keep escalating. It's the prophecies are set in motion. And no one can turn them back. You can't go past your allotted time to rule, Esau. That's why the Lord told you to rejoice and be glad. Because now each day that passes, you're getting further away from ruling. And we're getting closer to ruling. The everlasting kingdom. Yahawashi's kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. The Lord is bringing the heavens to the earth. Okay, so this is 2 Esdras chapter 9, verse 3, and it reads, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we having earthquakes. I don't know about the most recent earthquake, but there's been earthquakes happening already. And it says, and uproars of the people in the world. Uproars, protests, civil unrest, sedition among men. They should not regard their kings nor their princes. The peoples versus their governments. Right there in the book, right there in Second Esdras. What other religions, what other doctrines are explaining what's going on right now to a T? And including everybody, not just the people that created that God. We're talking about ourselves, but we're talking about all the other nations too. These other religions, they don't talk about all the other nations and what their place is and whatever the fuck they got going on in their religious texts. But in our text, the prophecy, the scriptures, all the nations is up in there. Everybody's accounted for according to the Bible. Everybody has a biblical title. Everybody has a biblical name. Oops. It says, then, verse 4, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, spake of those things from the days, that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, and it says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and America had its beginning, now it's at its end. You had your time, Esau, your rulership from the Greco-Roman Empire, to now. Your American empire, your NATO, your beast, your whore. But now it's done. And you can't go back in time. You can't go back to the good old days, man. Those days is over with. The days are behind you. The days are behind you. And as time continues goes on, you're getting further away from ruling and getting closer to getting put into slavery. You and other nations. Not just Esau, Moab, you up in there, China, Japan, Ammon, Ham, Africa, Ishmael, Arabs, Elam, Pakistan, India. Y'all all about to get carted right into slavery, man. Right into captivity under the Israelites, man. The same people that y'all all over right now. The same people that we're the tail of. We're behind all you other nations in this world. Because why? This is not our world. This is you, this is Esau's world, and you other nations' world. But this is really Esau's kingdom. It says, for like as all that's made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. There you go. The end is manifest. The end is manifested right before our very eyes. You see Babylon the Great, aka America, the daughter of Babylon, crumbling before your very eyes. Babylon is fallen. It is fallen. Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. The Babylon the Great in Revelation is not the same Babylon from the ancient Babylon with Nebuchadnezzar in them. No. It's at the city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's this place right here. That's this place right here. And the Lord already said that this place is already done. It's already destroyed. We're just now waiting for it to actually be destroyed off the face of the earth. And it's going to come by the way of those thermonuclear missiles, those very missiles that all the nations are preparing. Getting those missiles ready. Okay, hold on. One more article. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Yeah, here you go. You got what is this, from the Jerusalem Post? So you got this from the Jerusalem Post. It says, U.S. military intervention in Iran may begin within 24 hours, European officials said. Now, Lord willing, hey, all we can hope. I mean, they might not, but they might. But we hoping they truly do. But it is what it is. But we know where this is all headed to. We know how this ends. All right, they could stall all they want. They could, not do it today or not do it tomorrow, not do it the next day. But eventually they're going to do it. It's going to be done. The Lord's will, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, thy will, his will be done. And this is all his will anyway. He already has the day. He already has the day marked. He already has the day edged in stone. The day for it to happen, the same day that Yahushua said, no man knoweth the day nor hour, not the angels in heaven, but my Father in heaven only. Roughly paraphrasing. So the days is just still leading just to that day. They ain't got to shoot the nukes today. And at the end of the day, we know that the big show is not going to start until they implement the chip, the CHIP, the MOTB. All right. So here we got. So this is from Jerusalem Post, aka, and they use Reuters. It says U.S. military intervention in Iran could come in the next 24 hours. 2 European officials said on Wednesday evening, Reuters reported. An unnamed small hat official also said it appeared U.S. President Donald Trump has decided to intervene, though the scope and timing remain unclear. See, there you go. To keep it, the suspense is killing us. Come on, man. Do it. Do it today. Do it now. It said the United States is withdrawing some personnel from key bases in the region as a precaution amid heightened regional tensions, Reuters reported earlier on Wednesday, citing an unnamed official. The disclosure follows remarks by a senior Iranian official who told Reuters earlier on Wednesday that Tehran had warned neighbors hosting U.S. troops that it would hit American bases if Washington strikes. So there you go. Hold up, let's go to some. Let's go to what the man said himself, Yahawashi. So there's the book of Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to start verse 3 and I'm going to jump down. It says, and as he sat upon, he is Yahawashi, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And when you go into the NLT, it reads, later, Yahawashi sat on the Mount of Olives. His disciples came to him privately and said, tell us, when will all this happen? What sign will signal your return and the end of the world? So the end of this world, this kingdom, Esau's kingdom. And now we're at that time. Now we're seeing those signs. We're seeing those things that Yahawashi answered the disciples with. Continuing on, it says, and Yahawashi answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. And that's what you already had happening. You had that one guy, the comforter, which he got etched out of here. You got these people talking about they some high-ass figures in the spirit world when they ain't worth a squirrel fart down here. And you got these same people that's not even acknowledging Yahawashi. Yahawashi gets the glory before anything else. So if you're not talking about Yahawashi getting his first, you ain't talking about nothing. Remember, this is all the day of his return for him to redeem the elect. Lord, we're in the hope to be part of the elect. We can't do nothing until Yahawashi comes back. And we hope that when Yahawashi comes back, that he delivers us. And we can clearly see that we have nothing to do to defeat these devils on a carnal sense. Clearly. And since they got weapons, they said that the weapons that they use in Venezuela, that when they used the shit, it made the motherfuckers bleed out of orifices. And they said that they was preparing those whatever things for quite some time before they actually went in Venezuela. These niggas got some high tech, high powered, advanced technology. Well, weaponry, I should say. All these nations do. And remember, that was Esau's blessing. This blessing was a sword. So the sword has evolved more than ever at the time we had, because now we at its end. So this is the best. He's coming. He's bringing all he got. But it's still going to fall very short to when Yahawashi comes back. Yeah, you other nations going to fight each other. Y'all gonna massacre a lot of each other. But Yahawashi going to come down and massacre y'all. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, and ye shall have wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. I'm going to read that in NLT of Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And it says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars. Now, is Trump not threatening Iran? Is Iran not threatening America? Is China, Moab not threatening other Moab and Taiwan? Is Russia not threatening other Edomite, other Europe, Russia not Europe, other Edomite nations, Edomite countries? And it says, you will hear wars. Oops. You will hear wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately, because why? They're gonna be doing this for a while, not a while, but like they're gonna be doing this. But as the sea hip comes out more, and once they put that in effect, then that's when the time is short. Then that's when the end shall come. So yeah, they're getting the nukes ready, they're getting missiles ready, they're threatening each other for war. Yeah, they're gonna continue to do that. That's not gonna stop. Now, how it escalates to its highest point is going to come after they implement the mark of the beast. I mean, that's just what it is. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Pestilences, earthquakes, famines. You already got people that saying they can't afford food. There's going to be a thing where you can't afford food, and there's going to be food shortages, which is going to cause famine. You got pestilence, insects, and all types of crazy shit. It's just going down. This place is just crumbling. And remember, the Lord is doing the same thing to America that He did to ancient Egypt. Because what? This is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This is the land of our captivity yet again. So it ain't no different. But now it's over. Now it's over. Just like the time of Egypt, when the Lord unleashed all the plagues, what happened after that? He actually utterly destroyed the Egyptians. And He's going to do the same thing to this place. He's bringing it down now, sending these plagues upon it, and then ultimately going to what? He's going to completely annihilate it. And that's going to come by the way of that fire. He's going to drown them with fire. I'm going to read that in NLT. This Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, and it reads, "Nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world." Now, there you go. Famines in many parts. There's plenty of famines. Plenty of earthquakes to go around. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. You got Moab against Moab, which is a kingdom against a kingdom. You got nation against nation. You got Esau against Elam. Esau against Ishmael. Esau against Esau. Esau against Jake. Esau against Esau in America. Egyptian against Egyptian. You got a bunch of prophecies jumping off the page right now. I mean, literally, they're jumping off the page. I'll read this verse 8, Matthew chapter 24, verse, and this is YAHAWASHI speaking. This is what the world called Jesus taught. This is what He talked about what's going to happen upon His return. So if the preachers in the churches, those pork chop pastors, they're not talking about this, and they're not true men of the Lord, because they're not speaking prophecy. But it says all these are the beginning of sorrows. So all these are the beginning of sorrows. Government shutdowns, SNAP benefits taken away, health coverage going up. All these are the beginning of sorrows. It's only going to get worse from here on out. We're in the so-called early part of 2026. It's not even out the first month, and already it's just mayhem, and more to come. We don't know what's happening right now. That's where we're at right now. So where prophecies is no breaks. See, I remember when I first came into the truth, you had breaks where wasn't coverage or much. There wasn't much happening, but now you have a lot happening every day. Every day. Whether it be in America, whether it be abroad, geopolitical, it's just a bunch of shit happening. And it's all leading to the demise of this world. Esau's kingdom, that's this world. This world is Esau's kingdom. This is Esau's world. This is Esau's reign. And the Lord is pulling the rug from underneath His feet. And there's nothing, you can't go back in time. You're only going to get a year older. They're just going to keep flying, and then ultimately it's going to be the day of the Lord. And then it's going to be the day of your end, the actual day that you end. Because you're not at the end yet for yourself, but you're getting there. We're approaching the end of your reign. We're approaching the end of your control of the earth. We're approaching the reign of you getting the fatness of the earth taken from you. And you won't be able to live and move how you've been moving and how you've been living. You've been living real great for a nice amount of time now. From the time of Alexander to the time of now? And then you had the little, you know what I mean, saying, you know, when you got put away for a little bit. But ever since you've been loose out of your prison, you've been running amok. You've been running amok. And mostly at whose expense? Jake. But the Lord said, what? Now the cup shall pass through. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. I'm going to end it off with that. Lamentations. Where you at? There you go. Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 20, I believe. No, excuse me, 21. So there's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21, and it reads, Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. You're going to be drunken with what? The judgment of the Lord. The cup of the Lord's judgment. The Lord about to force that down your fucking throat. Starting with you elites. Starting with you head Amalekites. You small hats. You tiny caps. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all time is up. The Lord said he's going to blot you from underneath heaven. Blot your remembrance. And right now, the whole world is not fucking with you right now. You've been exposed for what you've been doing, for what you are. And you won't have nobody else to blame but yourself. Because everybody knows you own everything. Everybody knows you're calling the shots now. So now the jig is up. I'll read that in NLT. So Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21 in the NLT, and it reads, Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? But you, too, must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You, too, will be stripped and naked in your drunkenness. Yeah, so just how we went down, we got stripped, we lost everything, you about to lose everything, and you're never going to gain it back. See, it's not going to be a tit for tat. Once you lose it, you're never getting it back. Once we gain it, we're never losing it. And that's what people fail to realize on what's really going on as far as who's about to rule. We're about to rule. The Israelites are about to rule. The same people that have been called niggas, spicks, wetbacks. The minorities. The ones that just, the fucking ghetto fucking thugs, drug dealers, all that, man. The Lord is about to redeem us. The Lord is about to clean us up, starting with his elect, starting with his elites. So when YAHAWASHI comes back, you see those men get that power, you know what's on. And you see that power happen right now through the prophets speaking. Which is a sign of your downfall. All right? So, hold up. I think that was the last verse. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I got to read verse 22. So, this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads, The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's the Israelites. The punishment of our iniquity. What we're still playing out right now as we speak is the punishment of our iniquity, but what is accomplished? This is the last of it. We're the last time of our sentence, of our stint, of our judgment for our disobedience. That's why I said the punishment, it said, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That goes to you. You Rothschilds, Rockefellers, you higher up Edomites, you banking families. Yeah. YAHAWASHI got a controversy with you. The Lord said he's coming for you. Who's been calling the shots? Who's been making all these laws and legislations? Who's been behind the scene? Who's been doing all that bullshit? You. You ain't had nobody to blame. You ain't nobody, and nobody's going to come to your rescue. Just like nobody came to our rescue. All right? I'll read that, finish off. So this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22 in the NLT, and it reads, O beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile, so what? To the land of Israel. Because right now we're in exile. We're in a foreign land. We're in a land that our fathers knew not. And the only time our forefathers know this land is slavery. I mean, you had, Gad and Reuben and all them came over here. But when we came over here in captivity. And they was over here for a little bit, and then they got put into captivity. It says, you will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed, and you're being exposed now. You're being exposed now, and that's all to the glory of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, through the Holy Spirit. Because now you've been exposed, you don't know what to do. Ain't nowhere you can hide. So now you just being out front with your fucking wickedness. And I saying, we're just going to take everything. And we're going to take Greenland. We're going to take Venezuelan oil. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But it's really the Babylon the Great. It's that Babylon. It's that daughter of Babylon. The worst of the epitome of the Edomites. This says, and being that you are who you are, that go to show that Esau's going down, because America was Esau's bread and butter. That was what they, used. They used America to push their wickedness, to push their agendas. America has corrupted everything. Because when you go into the elites, nobody follows the way of the elites. They use America to push their wickedness, using Jake most particularly. But now the jig is up. Now it's over. The prophets are out. The name of the Lord is out. You've been exposed. Your secret place has been exposed. Your skirt is being lifted every day. And that's why everybody's now calling you out. But that's it though. Hey man, so hey. Soon Esau, what it say? It says, but Edom, your punishment is just beginning. And your punishment ain't really begin yet, because you're still ruling, you're still calling shots. But it's coming though. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom to those watching. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Rakakadash. Double honors to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.